So very quick, the BCRS Malta has been established in 2022, started operating in November of 2022. This made up an equal portions between the beverage producers, beverage importers, and beverage retailers, three associations, and of course then the management materials, the DRS. If we go to the next slide. Yes, some quick statistics. Obviously, we are the smallest country in Europe running a DRS. Over the last 3-4 years, we have collected over 737 million bottles and cans. Actually, we're close to exceeding the 770 million. It was at the end of December. And in total, we recycled over 30,000 tons of material. That's including glass. By weight, glass roughly is 50% of the material which has been recycled. As a collection rate, last year we closed with a collection rate of 86%. Our target was 85%, and this year we are targeting to meet the 90% target by the end of the year. Here we can see some statistics of the collection rate. The collection rate started on the high side relatively quickly. The first blue lines are only 2 months as the scheme was kicked off, and then the last 3 columns are the 3-4 years. And one can see very quickly that we have a seasonality in the country. Always the summer, where we double our population, tourism is much higher, but in general it's very repeatable and consistent, and can now grow. Before the DRS existed, there was already a scheme run by the municipal system, but it had no incentive to it. And the incentive was the main driver to have the scheme succeed really and start collecting most of the containers that are being one-time containers are being deposited on the market. Here there is a very quick distribution of how the collection is. We have 2 types of collection through the RVMs. In our case, the DRS Malta owns all the RVMs. There are, for a population of around 500,000, there are over 350 RVMs. About a bit more than half of them are public locations, and the others are distributed at retailers. Then we have also a manual collection rate, which is mainly for HoReCa and small retailers. In our case, the manual collection accounts to around 13% of the collection. And then we split the materials, seen in this table. The PET, we split it into 3 colors. Then the metals are aluminum and steel, and glass, we split it into clear and color. Although by count glass amounts to around 30% of the collection, by weight, then it accounts for just over 50% of the collection. Before I conclude, as my colleague has already said, stated, I don't want to repeat myself, the challenges with glass remain that it is very bulky, very heavy. In Malta, we collect a lot of bottles which are above 1 liter. Malta is a high consumer of bottled water, so those bottles, most of them are 1.5 liter. The wines, there is different scheme, which is most derived by the wine producer. So we do not collect wine bottles, and the glass bottles that we collect are basically imported beers and water. This makes it a challenge for us. Although by weight, we actually collect around 30% of the country's glass waste, and we export it all. So for the country, the quantity is significant, but when it comes to exporting it, we have to export it by container. So we have the extra challenge of sea freight, and combined with the low cost or the low selling price of glass, it is, putting it bluntly for us, a money losing commodity or material strip. Yet we still believe that it should be collected as part of the obligations, or let's say dedication towards the environment by the three owners, let's put it this way, of the DRS, which are the retailers, the importers, and the producers.